Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and we also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
It's finally out. Absolute Power. The book is out. We went through the House of Brainiac, and then now we've gotten to this. What do you say, sir? What do you say about this?
I overheard someone in the comic store. I was looking around for books, and overheard someone in the comic store, and he actually likes it. He
Mm-hmm.
says, "Yeah, this is good." He's like, "I'm surprised they were able just to keep Waller around this long," and he's interested in it. Now, I would have loved to ask him, "Have you followed Amanda Waller since her inception up to this point, or is Waller like a character you're not very familiar with? You know her on the periphery?" But if he's enjoying it, that means there are probably some people who are tapping into this and enjoying it as well because they are not that familiar with Amanda Waller's character. I, on the other hand, am very familiar with Amanda Waller as a character, and this whole setup is ridiculous. If you read Legends, this is Legends again. Okay, this is
Yeah, they
what
okay. Yeah,
with
yeah.
okay, this is Legends again, and Amanda Waller was in Legends. This is Legends again, but with there's a couple of twists in there. I don't. Well, you let me know if I can spoil stuff or not. But with a couple of differences at the end of the day. But this is where the superheroes are perceived once more as being villains or dangerous. But this is taken to a totally different level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's almost like the Marvel universe in terms of how the people react to what they see, and it's a very good commentary on where we are in terms of the social media and social media technology that we have, where they're
Mm-hmm.
being shown all of these videos of superheroes doing all of this violence, and the people believe it. The people believe it to the
Mm-hmm.
point they start attacking the superheroes.
I did see the
You'll
attack,
see,
which I didn't know what was happening, but thanks for clearing that up.
yeah, they start attacking the superheroes, and so you're like, okay, what exactly is going on here? And see, in the Marvel universe, I could understand because usually the Marvel heroes tend to be responsible for a lot of the stuff going on as well. That happens more often than not. But in the DC universe, the DC heroes are heroes. So it, despite everything, they usually look up, even when they did Doomsday Clock and the people were, distrustful of the heroes overall, Superman, was still like the hero that everybody was like, nah, we can still tolerate this because of Superman at the end of the day. Their attack, they look at something where Captain Marvel supposedly does something destructive. We got to get him. They end up attacking Animal Man to the point they look like you don't know if Animal Man was killed, which is right there where the scene in Legends where they attack Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That same thing where they attack Batman and Doomsday Clock. So we get that same scene keeps working its way in there. Somebody's got to get it. So that's the setup. So of course the heroes are like, all right, well we got to take to the streets, let people know that we're actually doing good stuff. We need to be visible. Ah, you shouldn't have done that, says Batman, realizing at the last second, because now we got everybody together. All our powers are gone. Everybody's going to be captured. And who was this by? Amanda Waller. And then I stop and I think, I'm like, wait a second, hold on. Amanda Waller is pulling this off? If Amanda Waller is pulling this off, you superheroes really dropped the ball. This is like a Ra's al Ghul level type plot, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, with the stuff that happens. She meets up with Lex Luthor, no, not Lex Luthor's daughter, but if you read the House of Brainiac storyline, there was this character that was made called the Brainiac Queen. Uh, Brainiac sends the Brainiac Queen to Earth, and she's like young. Amanda Waller does some sort of techno techno mental gymnastics where she lives 20 years in the mind of the girl. So she becomes her biggest confidant, teaches her to hate superheroes, but the 20 years was really only 20 hours. So Amanda Waller is only 20 hours older, but she has the complete faith and confidence of this particular character, who's probably going to be pretty powerful. You have Failsafe in there. Okay, you have it's Amanda Waller. You got Failsafe. You've got the Brainiac Queen. So
And what about the other
she's
villains? Isn't it these just like the Crisis story? Are Amazemos in this thing too?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's not just Amazo. You got different Amazos.
Yeah,
Okay, so the
that's what.
Amazos awarded. Yeah, the Amazos awarded down to like suits of armor, like Iron Man's armory or something of this nature. So you got this Amazo, you got that Amazo. So that's where it's going. And the heroes, of course, are completely powerless.
Mhm.
So, and I remember the guy in the store was like, "Yeah, this would be really cool to see how they get through it without, without their powers. They're gonna have to, sort things out, figure it out. How are they gonna do this?" And I'm like, they've done this story before of the heroes having to sort stuff out without their powers. So, this is a mixture, and I'm trying to remember the other story because one is without a doubt Legends, but there's another story this smacks of that I keep forgetting, but that's pretty much what the setup is. So you have you have these great moments: Superman getting shot and falling out of the
We
sky,
can look to
Wonder
that.
Woman
Yeah.
getting beat up. Okay, everybody loves that. Everybody loves seeing Superman get shot for some reason. Like bang bang, oh he's shot. Serves you right, Superman. How dare you save us? How dare you? Hope you drop and die. Hope you die, Superman.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so
But
you got that one going on, but then you also have one of the heroes betrays them. That's how Waller was able to be as effective as she was. So if you've read it, mm, should I spoil this?
I don't know if
Should
we'll
I
be able to
spoil
get
this?
back to this in a timely manner. So right now we're going
Yeah.
to spoilers.
Well,
Spoilers. If you want
yeah,
to not be spoiled, shut it off. So go.
yeah. One of the Justice League of America's members betrays them. It's one who you probably wouldn't see it coming. It's not the guy you would think it is, but yes,
Who is it?
Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, betrays the Justice League
The
and
man
sides with
against
Amanda Waller.
the man is against the government.
Sides with the government. Sides with
Wow.
the government, says no. You guys kept acting like gods. You kept forgetting about us regular people. Well, now, Amanda Waller's got me. You guys are dangerous. Okay, you don't listen. And I'm taking her side. And I told her all your secrets. And I gave her all the passcodes. And I helped her. I gave her full access. How you like me now? That's Oliver Queen.
Wow. I don't know what to say. It does, you know. I
Oliver
mean,
Queen said, "Plat out.
I know that Wade
Here
has
come my
it in him.
Shaolin style."
I
Huh?
know Wade has this in him, but I really didn't expect it. So I'll just say the last thing I'll say
It's
on this.
it is irresponsible. It is irresponsible to do a story like this and make Green Arrow this Judas, and then for
Yeah.
some reason think somehow, oh, we'll bring him back. This is a real this is like what you do with the character when you have no intention of ever putting this character back together again. You have officially broken this character. He can't be in the sandbox anymore. He's got to go to the aisle of misfit toys. That's it. It's irresponsible, but I guess somebody really wanted this story because DC's coming down the pike with Absolute DC.
Oh yeah,
So
absolute DC. Thank you. You're hitting you. This is not because you obviously always do a great job, but you really this is the what's the name brought all of things home all by yourself. You're on every base, and you brought all the men home with the homer too. Yes, absolute DC. Keep going with that.
yeah, so it looks this is a big setup for that. You had the setups with Failsafe and House of Brainiac, so we could get here, and this is obviously a setup for Absolute DC. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, but this is a lot. I mean, I looked and I was like, Green Arrow betrayed the entire Justice League, everybody,
Yeah.
and he's not apologetic about it. Okay, he's got a nice full panel where he's explaining himself. It makes no sense that Oliver Queen harbored this type of grudge or resentment towards the other superheroes. It makes no sense that he would go this far, okay, and put their lives in jeopardy.
Hmm.
Where Superman's getting shot, Animal Man looks like he might have been beaten to death. It makes no sense for him to do this, but it makes even less sense, okay, that they would ever accept him. Even Batman hasn't gone this far, okay, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
So it's really, really hard. It's a hard one to swallow.
Well, since Cal covered everything that was necessary. He did a great job of it, and especially since I've only seen it, I only say that the art looks good. What do you say about the art? I think it looks pretty
Art,
good.
oh no, the art's beautiful. Dan Moore is doing a great job on
Yeah.
this. Okay, this is one of these guys who, like we're growing up with guys like Neil Adams and Jim Aparo, Gene Colan, these guys who become staples in terms of rendering art for comics and are, these guys who whet your appetite for more. Dan Mora is in that same vein. He's a competent storyteller
Yeah.
in terms of his art, and you want to see more of it. And he has a lot more technique and talent than he's actually displaying at any given moment. So that's it's visually it's been great. That splash page with Superman falling
Yeah.
after he's shot, beautiful. They did that for a cover too. Had to have it. Made certain I bought myself a copy. Just a
How could you
beautiful cover
buy a cover with Superman getting shot? How could you do that?
because this the same way I can read The Dark Knight Returns where Batman is laying him out with that punch. Beautiful art. It hurts to see it, but man, you got to acknowledge how good that art is. Just beautiful.
So, definitely art wise, check it out. Do you recommend it story wise though? This may be my last question. What do you story
See,
wise
that's
say?
see, see, I would not recommend this story for you,
Hmm.
story wise, because you're going to read it and you're going to see everything that I see, probably a couple of more stories that I don't recall,
Hmm.
at all. But for someone like for that guy who was in the shop, who was like, hey, he's really interested in seeing it because maybe he went saw some movies and saw Amanda Waller and thought she was this peripheral, lower, tertiary character, which she is, and
Hmm.
now she's there and they're like, oh yeah, I would like to see more of her. She was in the movies, and I liked her there, and well, let's see what this character can do. So for that type of person I might recommend it a little bit. Yeah, for that type of person who's probably not very, very familiar with Amanda Waller and is willing to sit through this.
Yeah.
Okay, and is willing to sit through this and not be as critical as I would be. Yeah, why not give it a shot?
All right then. Thank you for that review.
Hang on,
You really saved our bacon
I'm
on
still
this
trying to.
one, huh?
No, I'm still trying to remember that other story because it makes a lot more sense. Hang on, you give me hold on. So there was
What, identity
Legends.
identity crisis?
Is it is it Identity Crisis? No, no, no. Legends. Well, I guess you could throw an Identity Crisis because of the betrayal
Hmm.
with
That's the only thing when you
with the
said
Adams
betrayal. Yeah.
girlfriend. But no, OMAC project. OMAC project.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you got the Amazos, but them as a group, not as just a one character. That was a problem for the Justice League. But you got to make it cooler now and make them into a million of them. But all right, so there we go. We got a review, and we have it is, even if it's a soft recommendation, it is a recommendation. So guys, check it out. There's four issues. Does it crossovers into other books before Absolute DC?
Uh, what? I mean, Absolute Power.
Yeah, does it cross
I don't
over
remember.
into like a bunch of different books that you have to read?
Well, in terms, it already has because you had the setup with Batman
Oh,
books with Failsafe, and then
okay.
Superman with House of Brainiac. So you had that as the setup for this. I
Hmm.
don't know. It is probably going to cross over because you got these guys and they don't have any powers. They all look like they're at death's door at the end of this issue, and so it'll probably. I mean, with their own titles, it'll definitely cross over. So you'll have that going on, but I just don't know how. Ah, I don't know. This is going to be. I mean, Dan Moore's art is going to be a saving grace, but this is going to be a
Yes.
tough one because I've read this story before, and this much I will say, it's a very big reflection on where we are. I think as consumers of superheroes, not forget about the other entertainment, but superheroes. These are supposed to be the good guys.
Hmm.
Okay, these are supposed to be the good guys. They don't even fight against villains anymore. Okay, they fight against the government. Okay, they
Mhm.
don't even fight against villains. They fight against the government. So it's not good versus evil. It's, I guess, somewhat good versus the government. You know, the betrayal that they have in here, and then the people are so ready to believe the worst in these heroes. Not again, if it was the Marvel heroes, no problem. No problem. Okay, from the inception of the Marvel heroes, you always had that snarky. I mean, but they were in New York too. They had that snarky thing. Oh, look at you guys! You guys are making a mess, and I'm trying to get to work. You know, that type of stuff. At the end of the day, so there wasn't complete. Well, let me not say complete, but faith and trust in the heroes was kind of like, it depends on if it was a Wednesday or another day that ended with a Y. But the DC, the DC heroes, that was the Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
That was, the Flash Museum. These are the guys that, that could be trusted. They like them. Okay. Even somebody like Batman, who was spooky and scary and so on and so forth, he was still working with the cops.
Yeah.
He's still working with Commissioner Gordon.
Well.
The story that I'm looking at now,
Mhm.
and it'll probably resonate with some of the readership, but it's that there is nothing that is good. Okay, that we got to distrust the heroes, we got to distrust the government, we're going to set the government against the heroes. And the entertainment value in this, I would have to ask, why does this make for a good story? Because nobody here is trustworthy. Okay, not the heroes, not the government, not the people. It's a pretty it's I think it's a pretty big indictment of where we are in terms of what we want from superhero stories in order to enjoy them. It's a very dark story when you think about it that way.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for the review, and it looks good, but there are some issues, it seems, which is we were expecting as much. But there's a lot of big things happening from DC, and we're gonna see if we're gonna be roped into seeing what DC does next with their absolute DC. Spinner rack
Hey, we're out.
out.